Hello and welcome back, fellow colorist. Jody here. Today we are going to be having my February 2023 completed pages video. It's my favorite video of the month, and I hope it's also a favorite of viewers. In my coloring companion, I keep track of all of my stats and my colorings. I did 30 pages in the month of February. I am filming this video early. I am taking some time off in March, so we'll be reducing my video content to one video being released every Sunday for the month of March. So I hope everybody has a great March. I am going to be doing a bit of traveling, so we'll be taking my coloring supplies with me, but will not be able to do as many video uploads as I normally would. So let's just get right into it. I completed, like I said, 30 pages. I did 8 hashtags and 5 buddy colors. I limit my buddy colors every month to 5 so that I have still time to create content for the channel. So if you would like to buddy color with me, JI Colorist on Instagram or jicolorist@gmail.com is how to get a hold of me. The first thing I'm going to show you is not coloring related, but it is creative, and that is the first small diamond painting I did from Paint Gem in the Houseplants edition. This is an aloe vera plant, and plan on using this at the face of a card. So once I have the card done, I will show you that in either a separate little card video maybe, or just as a completed page sometime in the future. But yeah, it was fun. There is a video up on my channel of me completing this, and I'm quite excited to tell you that if you do like Paint Gem or want to try any of their small kits, I do have a discount code for 10% off your order, and that is the discount code is in the description below. It's JI Colorist, and I hope you make use of it and save yourself some money. Okay, put that away. The rest of the books I'm going to, the other one item actually I'll quickly bring in is the Watercolor with Me in the Ocean by Dana Fox. This is a beginner's kind of a guide to watercoloring, and so I'm just continuing on my study in watercolors, and I did this whale, and I added a bit of kelp and seafloor to the bottom of it. So I did this using Paul Rubens watercolor paint and Viviva watercolor sheets and the cork pan. So just learning different stroke techniques, and so nothing exciting, but I am having fun in this book. And you do paint right on the paper. It's watercolor paper in the book. So as I progress through the book, I'll let you know how that's going. So let's get started on the actual coloring that I did. We will start with the smallest to largest books so that I don't have to adjust the camera as much. The first one is a page from Disney Hachette Heroes mini block portraits, and it is Officer Nick Wilde. I used Chow Copic markers and Polychromos pencils and a little bit of sparkle gel pen on the name, and this was for Spicy Cat Disney hashtag, and it's for Kathy on YouTube channel Spicy Cat Colors, and she does a monthly Disney movie prompt. So she picks a movie and find a picture that you have with one of the characters from the movie. So Officer Nick Wilde is from the movie Zootopia, and that was her movie for February. Really enjoying Spicy Cat Disney hashtag, and I look forward to knowing what the movie for March will be. So thanks, Kathy, for a fun hashtag. My next book is A Million Christmas Cats by John Bigwood. This is a Spanish version that I purchased off of bookdepository.com, and I'm happy to know that others have been able to snag this book as well. It's a cute little book. I did the snowball fight page. I've got Polychromos pencils on here. I've got some Recollections glitter paste and some stickles and some Windsor Newton iridescent medium in the sky a little bit. You can see the shimmer. So lots of different mediums. I did start this page in a video, so if you want to see how I was coloring it, you can go ahead and check that out. But this is the completed double page. This also goes towards Sam Ways Coloring on Instagram. He has a hashtag going for the first 3 months of the year called No Fear Double Pages. So this is a double page spread. And that's in John Bigwood's A Million Christmas Cats. The next one is a buddy color with a fellow YouTube subscriber, Sherry Denowitz. This is also a first picture in this book for me. So this is Rita Berman's Seasons compilation. And so this goes towards Novelia's Coloring and Tea's World of Adult Coloring, their hashtag February Color Your Hoard, where you do the first page in any book. So this page counted for both a buddy color and a hashtag. For this page, I used Albert Durr watercolor pencils, some glaze, the Jelly Roll glaze pens, pan pastel in the background, and some Jelly Roll. So like how that turned out. And here is Sherry's page on screen. I would like to thank Sherry for doing a buddy color with me. It was our first one, and I hope to do more in the future with Sherry. The next book is also my first page in a book, so it's another February Color Your Hoard hashtag, and it is A Million Llamas by Lulu Mayo. And I did this cute page here. In the background, I've got some ink rubbed on and also some llama washi tape. So I just thought that was adorable washi tape, and I used Artex pencils and some paint pens, the Artex paint pens, so the pastel paint pens. I got some in their hair and along there. So the first time I've kind of been trying to dig out my paint pens and use them, and I did them in conjunction with the Artex. So I really like how the colors turned out. I kept a limited color palette, and I'm very happy with the page. So this book has now been colored in, and it's A Million Llamas. We might as well stick with Lulu Mayo books for a little while since they're all the same size. I've got A Million Cute Animals as my next book, and this one was a buddy color with a fellow YouTube subscriber, Cindy V. So Cindy and I have done many buddy colors. Cindy is a colorist here from Canada, so I'm always happy to chime in and do a buddy color with a fellow Canadian. I used some cute washi tape on the bottom, and this is from the Dollar Tree. And let me see if I can find the pencils for this one. I used Artex pencils, Pitt pens, glaze, gelato for the background, and some washi tape. So I was trying to use the Artex pencils quite a bit this month to check them out. So that's the Artex 126, and I like the color palette that I used. And Cindy's page turned out adorable as well, and here it is on screen. Thanks, Cindy. I appreciate you buddy coloring with me, and I'm sure we'll do more in the future. The next book is A Million Sloths by Lulu Mayo, and this is a page that I actually I started the page on my own, and then as I was working on it, I thought, well, this might be a good video, some content someone might be interested in, and it's how I use my Graphitint and Staedtler tinted graphite water soluble pencils. That's a mouthful, but I did the sloth picture, and I used just a little bit of ink tints as well in the bright yellow here and on the tips, but otherwise it's all done with Graphitint and the Staedtler water-soluble graphite. And those two sets work really well together, and I hope you enjoy the video and watching me see this, how I tackle this page. And that's A Million Sloths. So we're done with that. We're now moving on to A Sea of Colors and Angela Gonzalez, and I have done 3 pages in this book. So this page, I've got some gold acrylic paint sponged around the outside. I've used some Copic markers, some Zig water brush markers, gel pen, some stickles, and some glaze. I'm trying to up my marker game a little bit, but and I've got a little bit, so the stickles is here on the two little wings there. It's an awfully cute book, very thin paper, so you'll notice I use some Daniel Smith watercolor ground here in a minute. The next page is part of Amanda Colors color along. So she's got a monthly color along specific to this book, and the hashtag is called Sea of Colors Color Along. This was the page selected for February 2023. It is two little fishies in a corked bottle. I used some watercolor ground on this page first, and then I used a bunch of watercolor mediums, and on the bottom there's some shimmer watercolor. It's the Fine Tech, so you can see it kind of when you turn it. When I first looked at this page, I was thinking that it was underwater, and then I realized, oh no, it's actually the bottle is only where the water is. So the background is supposed to be sky, and then I've got some sand, kind of, I envisioned it had kind of washed up on the beach. So, but some jelly roll in there, mostly paint, and that was fun. Because I applied the watercolor ground, there's no bleed through at all. The paper isn't warped very much. It sounds a little bit crinkly, but very minimal warping. So definitely adding the watercolor ground is a good thing. So thanks, Amanda, for hosting that hashtag. It's fun. Since I was having fun in this book, again, I applied the Daniel Smith watercolor ground to this page. This page is a video that is coming in March, and I used Viviva watercolor on this, and it is a cork palette. So look forward to that video. I believe it's on March the 12th. That's a Sunday that's coming up. So you will see this page, and I use some glossy accents on all the eyes, which is always fun to do, and a little bit of stickles in the sea. So look forward to seeing me doing this, and there's a commentary with it with a fun question. So those are my 3 pages from Angela Gonzalez, Sea of Colors. Here is a book that you haven't seen in quite a while. This was my project book for 2022. I had planned on completing it. Obviously, life happened and I didn't get it done, but I have gotten, I believe, 4 pages done in this book this month. We'll start with this page. And in this page, let me just grab my reference here. I used Albert Durr watercolor pencils, Graphitint, the Staedtler, some glaze pens. Mostly it was watercolor mediums, in fact, and some gel pen. So a little bit of glaze on here, but like the, sorry, not glaze, glossy accents on a couple of the lights, but the rest is the jelly roll glaze and a little bit of pencil. But 95% of this was done in watercolor mediums with very minimal water used to activate. Yeah, so this was a very busy page, took multiple days. I'm happy with how it turned out. It was a challenge to get the shadows in there and get consistent colors going, but you're going deeper down the market, so the colors would be getting darker. So yeah, it was quite a challenge, and I like how it turned out. So the next page is a double page spread, and this goes towards Sam's Way Coloring No Fear Double Pages for a hashtag. but it's also a buddy color with Poet Spice. So Poet is still working on her page as of the date that I'm filming this, so I don't have that yet, but I'm sure that she will have it on her completed pages. So if you go check that out. I did a stencil, or I drew in some rocks on the ground. The rocks and quite a bit of this page is done with Albert Durr watercolor pencils, Graphitint, the Staedtler, and glossy accents. So again, and some polychromos. So again, I used Graphitint on here, and I love how this page turned out. There's so much going on this page. It did take me quite a few days, but I like how it turned out. So I used a little bit of Jelly Roll for some of the glaze. I'm quite enjoying those glaze pens, the Jelly Roll glaze pens, adding a little bit of gloss to certain things. But yeah, the Albert Durr pencils, bright colors, and the Graphitint, which are muted colors, really actually went well on the page together. So very happy with how this turned out. And the page that I was working on, that I had a hard time going back to, this page here I was actually working on when my husband passed away. So I had left it for 6 months, and now I have finished it. So it's done. Acrylic paint in the back, some stickles, some gel pen, some polychromos, and some, again, the Graphitint pencils. So it's another page finished. And that brings me down to, I have 16 pages left in this book, so I'm really hoping 2023 will be included a completed book tour for this book. The next page is one of my favorites, and we are getting, well, today when I post this video will be March the 1st, and we are having the season 3 launch of The Mandalorian. So as I was waiting for season 3 patiently, I did a few extra pages in this book. So this book is a group buddy color with the channel Jojo Zahana, and her hashtag is #Grogu in 2022, and she picks a monthly page, and I'll show you which page that is when I get to it. But this is my hot chocolate page, so I added a cup, a little bit of chocolate on the bottom, and some marshmallows down here, and I used the liquid pearl to puff up the marshmallow a little bit and give it a bit of texture on the page. And I just got gel pen and a variety of markers, glossy accents for his eyes. The pencils I used on this were Artex pencils. The background is ink rubbed on with an applicator. The next one I did kind of as a homage to the Valentine's. There is a video on this channel for this completed page, and I used some stickers from one of my antiquarium sticker books, some washi tape, and then for the pencils are actually the organic Azafran crayons, and I also used some Artex paint pens, glossy accents for the eyes, and a little bit of gel pen. And like I said, I completed this on screen with a video, and I think it looked great. I don't think that, if you saw this, you'd say, oh my goodness, that's done with a crayon. So yeah, the crayons were fun to use, and it was just a nice fun page. This was actually the buddy color for the group buddy color for the month of February 2023. And I used some markers, Azafran crayons again, some Artex pencils, a couple of different washi tapes, and glossy accents in his eyes, and a little bit of Winsor Newton iridescent medium on top of some of these fishies, just to kind of give the scales a little bit of a scaly shine. So again, Azeran crayons for quite a bit of this, quite fun. And I think he turned out cute. So this book I am completing this year as well, and I have 10 pages left. So that's The Way Home by Morgan O'Brien. This book here is Aria Vale by Chroma. It is part of a buddy color with the lovely YouTube channel Pixie's Projects. Pixie took a break this month, so there was no group buddy color for us to complete, but I went ahead and did a page anyway. So I did the page called Couture by Cashon. So it's a dress, and I added Winsor Newton iridescent medium on top of. So first I colored the mirror with felt with markers, and then I did the Winsor Newton iridescent medium on top, and I think it really added a nice reflection to that. So just a various markers, some gel pen, the Jelly Roll gel pen, and a little bit of the Artex paint pens. And yeah, I think it's a cute page. I'm working towards finishing this book. On the background, we've got some rubbed on ink, just to give this little bit of a color and not so stark white. And yeah, happy with how that's coming out. So that is the one page I did in Aria Vale. A PDF I colored. I did a buddy color with a subscriber here, Judith. So hello Judith, thank you for doing another buddy color with me. I let her select what she wanted to do, and she selected to do Dumbo. And so this, I did not have a page, so I went online and I got a page free from www.justcolor.net and printed it out on kind of a heavier light cardstock, and used some various Copic markers and just a little bit of Winsor iridescent medium on top of some of the bubbles, and a little bit of the water to give it a bit of shine. Dumbo was awfully cute. Glossy accents in the eye. And here is Judith's page. So thank you, Judith. I look forward to doing more buddy colors with you in the future. And again, anyone who wants to do a buddy color with me, just reach out. I'm usually happy to do them. I do limit them to 5 a month, but there's always room to sign up. So that's that. From Chris Rainiak's Morning Scribbles, it's the Frogs and Friends edition. This is a book specifically purchased to participate. In fact, it was gifted to me to participate in Amanda Colors and Disney Meg's Frogs and Friends color along. So they pick each month they pick a page, and everybody that wishes to, that has the book, colors that same page. So this guy, Artex, Copic, and Glossy Accents. So Artex pencils, some Copic markers. So I got a few Copic Chow markers recently, and those are when I say Copic, those are the ones I've been using. And we've got some Glossy Accents. I did try and use the palette, so this would also go for AC Palette Challenge. This is from Sarah Renee Clark's Color Cubes. She did every month Amanda picks a palette, so it was $361 for February. So I did try and use this. The only thing is I did need to add green, so I did technically cheat, I guess, so that I could add green, because I did want to get this on this one. So this covers both hashtags Frogs and Friends Color Along and also AC Palette Challenge. And the pictures are just always so cute. And because his eyes are so big, I didn't use the Glossy Accents on the whole eye. I just used it on the highlight, so the big spot there and the little spot. So you still get the reflection, but it doesn't warp the page as much. So yeah, so that's one way you can do large eyes without having so much Glossy Accents on them. And that's it. This is the next for the next month, and mine is very yellowed, as you can see, from the Ohuhu marker debacle. So we'll see how I recover this in March. Stay tuned. Another book from Chris Rainiak is his Morning Scribbles, the 50 Pages of Monster Doodles. And this is Amazon printed. And at the beginning of this month, I did a series on crayons. And I used this book in order to test all the crayons. So I had 8 different brands of crayons, in case you haven't seen that series. And this is the book that I used. So this was completed with Crayola. This page was completed with Azafran organic crayons. This page was completed with Jot neon crayons. And I actually used a hair dryer and a full blender to get this one to actually have some pigment on the page. So that was an experience, let me tell you. This is Faber-Castell erasable crayons. This one was the Deli Color Emotion plastic crayons. And I didn't use any glossy accents on this or anything. It was strictly the crayons, all crayons from that brand on each page. This was the Bambino clay crayons. This was Crazy Art. And there are a variety of shades coming up and down here. And and this was my Neo Color ones. And you see some darker and lighter patches due to blending, and also like some Gamsol and different blending techniques. So those 8 pages are all from the Chris Rainiak's Morning Scribbles book, and this I purchased off of Amazon. Last but not least is the book I got for Christmas from my girlfriend. It's Animal Mandalas, and trying to do a page a month, I'm hoping. And this one I used miscellaneous markers and gel pens and a little bit of glitter. If you can see, there's a little bit of orange glitter and some glossy accents in his eyes. But he's a bat, and the animals are hidden within the mandala itself, which is kind of, I find it interesting. You have a few little facts about it. So it says there are over 1,400 different species of bats worldwide, with very different shapes, weights, and sizes. The wingspan of the largest bats, also known as flying foxes, can reach up to 5 feet, which that's terrifying, quite frankly. I am 4'9", so if you have a bat with a wingspan larger than me, I'm out of there. So very cute though. And that is my 30 pages completed in the month of February 2023. Goodness, almost forgot the year. So I look forward to seeing you in March. Remember, I have a reduced posting schedule in March just due to travel, so nothing's wrong. I'm still fine, and I'm still here. I'll just be posting every Sunday for the month of March. We did have a winner for my 1,000 subscriber giveaway, so she has been contacted. She has received her gift card. All went well, so really happy with how that giveaway worked this time, and I believe that's how I will be doing giveaways in the future. So thank you for participating. Thank you for watching my channel, and I hope you have a colorful and creative week. Bye-bye.